Ek dink ons is vandag op piekvloei. Piekvloei op waterwese se site het al verdwyn in die metings. So ek, soos ek gesê het, nie veel vertroue in hulle metings nie. Ek dink die damme se metings is redelik goed. So as ek kyk na waar die water lê, is ons vandag op piekvloei. Dit moet dan nou so 3800 cubic wees. So ek dink omdat hy op piekvloei is, gaan ek gou wys al die verskillende plekke wat ek van die begin van hierdie vloed af gewys het vir vergelyking. So here I think it's slightly exceeding what the level that I thought it would rise to, but not by much. What is standing out at this spot is when I did the speed test, there was still an island there. That's a couple of days ago. There was an island there. When I did the speed test, I sat on a rock that was there. No, there. So it's not going to be an exact comparison, but this will be close. There's still quite a bit of levee left up there. This is where you normally drive into Doringbaai, and I would normally drive in quite a long ways and then park down there and then walk through. So it pushed up very high. There's even a fish in here. So we're going to walk around. Now here you have the water pushing up from this is from downstream pushing up. This is normally when we have storm rains in the mountains and you have the flash floods. They drain out through here down to the river. Now we've had to close it off so that the river doesn't push in. So while I'm climbing, I might as well show you yesterday. First of all, I crossed a lot of bridges. I put up the Kakamas train bridge video yesterday morning. Then I went through Kaimus, crossed the 3 bridges at Kaimus. This water is just flowing under the bridge still. I took a gravel road to Canon Island because I wasn't sure whether the Canon Island bridge would still be open. Spoiler alert, it was open. I'll show you more about the Canon Island bridges at the end of the video. The most interesting thing I saw, however, was not the bridges, but what some farmers had to do where a irrigation canal started to divert water from the river, and what they had to do to prevent their fields from flooding there. And this is probably the best answer I have for the question that was asked: what's the risk to farmers and why are we watching it so carefully? It's almost like we're hyping up the river flood. It's not about hyping it up, it's about knowing exactly what you need to do to prevent disaster. This is interesting. This is a side stream that I'm not sure whether it's a canal. I'll try and find out. But this wall is to control water into a canal that's used on these islands on the river to irrigate vineyards. and the river is overtopping it, so they put sandbags to try and keep the river out of the vineyards. It's actually doing not bad of a job. If they didn't put those sandbags here, these vineyards would be underwater because the canal would be overtopped. Sometimes you just have to take what nature throws at you. Sometimes you have to make a plan. So this is on the south side of the river from Kaimus. Right, Kaimus is just up on the other side of the river here. But now, let's look at this. So this is where I started taking the first video. But the Orange River is definitely on the stir. Well, I have to keep an eye on it. From here you can see where the levee is keeping the water out of the fields, out of the plantation. If it wasn't for the levee, the water would probably be up to almost to where my house is. Interesting to see how much more water you see down further in Doringbai's direction. I might walk down to Doringbai tomorrow to check on everything there. This is the Doringbai road. You can see parts of the road continuing there, but the rest of the road's underwater anyway. So even if I did manage to make I scouted for a new road around the mountains here. Even if I managed that, you wouldn't get through that part of it. So access to Doringbai is whatever the river allows us. Unfortunately, there's a lot of wind here as well, so I'm not going to avoid the wind noise completely. So I'm not going to make this video much longer than it already is. At the end of the day, I just passed over the Kanoneland bridge. I had a look at what they did, the farmers did there to make the bridge usable during the flood. And there's been a lot of comments and suggestions and questions about it. The bridge, I don't know the age yet, I'm still trying to find out. The best I can get is a guesstimate of between 1925 and 1935. No, sorry, 1925 to 1945, because after that other stuff happened. It was in sequence, so I'm guessing 25 till 45, something like that. I'll find out, but it was the first bridge built of all of these bridges, so it's not a case of under designed. It was what could be built at that stage. And if you look at the flood data before that, most of the floods in the 50 or so years before that seemed to be a lot smaller than the floods that came after that, the floods of 74 and 88. What the farming community has done here at Kanoneiland Eendragbrug, it's actually quite amazing. Now, I want to say that the previous two videos, I'm hoping that people were not under the impression that I made the videos. I did say it in the comment on the one, and the next one I put it on the video itself. I asked some colleagues that live here to send me those videos. Hello there. And so I did credit the photographer, the videographers of those videos with the videos. Now I'm here myself, and what they've done here with this wall is not only soil. They put in big boulders to get the structure strong enough, and then added the soil in. And it's difficult to explain how much this actually means for the farming in this area. The fact that they can continue the harvest. I feel more comfortable on the bridge than I thought I would at this level. Another bridge crossed. This is the big bridge on the other side of Kanoneiland. Anyway, let's have a look at the river here. Milo is already swimming again. You can see it's much more open here now. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you on the next one. Cheers.